everybody, welcome back to Meals with Marcia. Today I'm going to share a recipe with you and it is called Big Mac Bowls. I'm excited to show you this, so let's get started. Okay, I got this recipe from my daughter Emily. She discovered it and she shared it with me, I don't know, about a month ago, and I've made it a couple of times. Me and my husband love it. Now this could be considered a lower carb meal. The only thing that would make it not low carb that you want is the $1,000 dressing. Now you may have a way of making homemade $1,000 dressing that might make it a little bit more low carb, because this has 4 grams of carbohydrates for 2 teaspoons. So this is still low, and everything else does not have any carbs in it. So the first thing you do is you take a pound of ground beef and you scramble it in like a skillet and you drain the grease off of it. And then you add salt, pepper, garlic powder, and you do, for a pound, you do 4 slices of your favorite cheese. I use Kraft American cheese, that's my favorite. Now, I did only a half a pound because I am only doing this for demonstration and I'm gonna have this for lunch today. Then you're gonna need some iceberg lettuce, chopped up fine. You're gonna need some sweet onion, and you're gonna need some dill chips, little dill chip pickles. And you chop them up, which that's what I have here, the hamburger chips. All right, so like I said, it's quick and easy. Now when I cook this for me and my husband is a huge tater tot fan, so I will bake tater tots in the oven for him, and he eats this Big Mac bowl with a side of tater tots. I just eat it by itself because I don't have to have potatoes. He's a huge meat and potato person, and that's okay. Now that would definitely add carbs to this, but this meal is definitely low carb. So anyway, I got a half a pound of ground beef, and like I said, I did 2 of the Kraft American cheese. After I scrambled it, I drained it off, and then I put my salt, pepper, garlic seasoning, and then I put my 2 slices of cheese in there and melted the cheese inside the ground beef. But it's in there, trust me, cheese is in there. All right, and then the next thing you do is you just top it with your lettuce, however much you like, which, you know, if I'm not gonna eat anything with it, I'm probably gonna eat all the lettuce. And then you chop it, your onion, put those on top. I'm just gonna mix all that together. And then your pickles. All right. And that is what she's looking like. And then you're gonna take your $1,000 dressing, shake it up a little bit. And like I said, you can make homemade if you want. I've never made homemade $1,000. I make ranch, but not homemade $1,000. And you just drizzle it on top, just like so, as much as you want. And that, guys, is a Big Mac bowl. Now, I'm gonna try this with you. So good. That American cheese melted into that meat. Ooh, so yummy. And like I said, this has got low carb written all over it. Let's mix it up and try it again with y'all. It's so good. Some people will say, well, I would rather use cheddar cheese. You can, guys. But that American cheese melted into that meat just gives it a little something else. It is so delicious, and it tastes like a Big Mac without the bread. This would be a great weeknight meal. You could go ahead and scramble your ground beef and drain it, put your seasoning in it, then take it out, put it back in the skillet, add your cheese, melt that while your tater tots are baking. I'm telling y'all, this is a meal. In under 30 minutes, you could have a full meal for your family, and I think everybody would love it. And if your kids are picky and they don't like onions, just omit the onions or whatever. You could even add tomatoes to this if you wanted to. But a classic Big Mac does not have tomatoes, so that's why I didn't put it on there. But anyway, quick, easy dinner, guys, in less than 30 minutes, and it's really good, and it's low carb. So if you enjoyed this, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Meals with Marcia, and don't forget that everything you need and how to make this is going to be in the description of this video. Thank you so much for watching. God bless, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.